guys, this is going to be my first review on this channel for BookTube. I am doing a reading vlog where I picked a book that I wanted to start this channel with, but I ended up going and getting a few quick reads to help get me back into the swing of reading a lot like I used to. So I ended up finishing this book last night, and I just want to preface this. I'm probably going to do a video about reviews and, anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out how the heck to rate and review things, because normally I don't like to upset anybody, so I only rate things if I absolutely love them. And so I realized I want to change this. I want to be able to, honestly express how I feel and give good recommendations. So I'm changing that, but I will tell you, I had a very hard time figuring out how the heck to rate this book. So I've been thinking a lot about it lately and watching some videos about how other people rate it. Like, do I want to rate it based off of how good I think the writing is, or based off of the emotions that I felt from it, or the theme, the plot, like so it's basically all of this. So I will tell you what this book is. It is called The Strange Library by Haruki Murakami. Now, Haruki Murakami was one of my top 3 favorite authors in high school, and I did a video about how I feel like depression may have affected my reading taste. And I was severely depressed during the time that he was my favorite author. And so I know a lot of his books, if you've ever read them, have very dark themes, very strange, but he was one of my favorite authors. I loved his writing. It takes me to this other world, but it did put me in a very strange headspace. So, as I was just walking through the library looking for a quick read, I saw this. I'd never seen this before. Very quick read. I actually went to a bar to read because for some reason when I'm out of the house, when I'm like at a coffee shop, a bar, or the library, I can read a lot more. I think it's just because there's less distractions. I have cats and wonderful fiance and all these projects here at the house. So I went, and I will show you the clip of me reading at the bar because it was fun. So. So I had a lot of fun filming that. I had some great conversations with people about the book after I did that. And you know what? I'm just going to start out. It really did not take me very long. This book is very short. It's also got very large font. It's written in a very strange way. Very large font, and it has all of these like images interspersed throughout the story. Not on every page, but on a lot of pages. And so it's weird, this strange like mental journey that you go on with this book. And I'm just going to read you my Goodreads review, so here it is. This book is a dream, literally. So many of Haruki Murakami's books are dreamlike, but this one in particular made me feel as if I'd eaten a weird lunch and passed out on the couch for an hour and had my world shaken by a crazy dream. It would have been better for me if there'd been a little more to it. I felt emotional toward the end and had a few giggles and moments of shock throughout, and I loved the art interspersed through the prose. It would have been a higher rating with a little more time to flesh out the characters, as they didn't have as much of an impact on me since I read the whole thing in less than half a beer. That being said, I love this author, I love the premise, I love the wild ride. If you want to feel like you just took acid or you just had a nightmare nap, this is the book for you. So that was my Goodreads review. I'm going to cut now to my immediate reaction to it. Hi guys. So I'm actually in the bathroom at the bar because I just need to get my immediate reaction to that book out. Like, I feel literally like I just took a nap and had one of those crazy fucking mind-blowing, like, horrible dreams, you know? So I'll talk about it more. I just wanted to get my immediate, like, emotional reaction, which is, what the fuck? So thanks. Yeah. I'm gonna go have another beer and read a different book, because wow. Oh my god. So, again, I really struggled with rating this book. You know, it's one of my favorite authors. I wanted to rate it higher. But at the same time, it was so short. It depends. I really think it depends on your mood. Like, if I'm in the mood for something dark and something that just gets me in a really weird state of mind, I would give this a 5 star because it really did. It was a really short read. It put me in a weird state of mind. It was enjoyable, but also, there are things that I don't really like that much anymore, like all the dark things in the book, and some of them I literally laughed out loud at, but it really did feel like you just walked into a nightmare, and it was just over just like that. Like, you take a nap during the middle of the day and you have a weird nightmare. So it's about this boy who goes to the library and has this awkward encounter with this old man, and tries to make conversation, but ends up going and following him down through these tunnels, this labyrinth beneath the library, and being held prisoner there for 3 days, and meeting these strange characters that they try to escape, and the threats of the things that are going to happen to them are really intense, and like, it is very dark, very creepy, twisted, brings you to this very weird state, and then at the end of the book, like, he returns to his life as if nothing happened, except for there is evidence that it was changed. My kitty's trying to get in the cupboard. Kitty. So, I really didn't know what to rate this book, but I feel like I'm going to go with a 3. This is a book, it would have gotten more if I'd had more time to get to know the characters, if I felt a little more emotionally connected to it, but it really, honestly, for what it is, for I think what it's supposed to be, it's great. So if you like sort of dark, creepy mindfucks, it's a great book to read. It took me less than half a beer to read it. If you don't really want to be totally creeped out, then I wouldn't recommend it. It's a 3. I'm going to stick with that and not keep pressing the buttons and changing it. So, this book, The Strange Library by Haruki Murakami, I've given it a 3. It hurt my heart a little bit to do that because he was one of my favorite authors. But I think 3 for me means I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't know how many people I would recommend it to. Like, it's very a specific vibe that you're going for, which is just creepy and weird. Like, I finished the book and I was just like, what did I just read? So it was definitely enjoyable. If you like more dark and creepy stuff, I would definitely check it out. Very quick read, and I enjoyed it. I'm glad I read it, but I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. There we go. That's my first review. I did it. I did it. I rated a book. There wasn't a 5. This is going to be very painful for me. I tend to not like to say anything negative about anyone or anything, so this rating system is going to be hard, but I want to do this. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed that read, and I'm going to go now and go finish reading the other book. Or books. I have piles and piles around me. So thank you so much. for watching, and you know what? Have a great night, and I'll see you around the tubes. Bye.